Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of the Hour You Hate. I'm here with David as usual, my co-host, and then we have a special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Jay Influential, nice enough represent. Omaha, Nebraska represent. Yeah.
Rapper, artist from the area.
Yup.
Okay, but before we get into who this guy is, I want to show you a couple pictures. I want to get your opinions on stuff,
Alright,
okay?
I'll give it.
The pictures will be up there shown as well.
We're looking at Bigfoots.
What does this look like to you?
This is Patty. She is the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot. She's a female. Right there, those are boobs right there. I've looked at this a lot. You did your research for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk about Bigfoot for literally 4 hours.
What's this? Another picture of Bigfoot?
That's the same picture of Patty. This is just a like a colored version. They ran this through like I don't remember what the machine is called, but they have like this special machine that like Tim puts it all in color because it wasn't really colored like that.
Because this is the original picture,
yeah.
Huh? Okay, it's from 1967. This was the first picture taken.
I don't remember the exact year, but that is supposedly the first.
I have the exact year.
1967.
Yeah, I have the exact year. Okay, and then we got some Bigfoot prints too, you know what I'm saying?
I've always wanted to go out and get it, like make my own print, like find one of these would be so badass.
Yeah, so
It'd be scary too.
Are you a heavy Bigfoot guy?
I am a heavy Bigfoot guy.
You believe in it?
I don't know why I'm such a heavy Bigfoot guy. I think like when I was younger, like Animal Planet had this Finding Bigfoot show,
yes.
And that low-key hooked me like real hard. Like there was like this one episode in particular where they're like out in the forest in the middle of the night and they see this dude like something running up this hill, like definite, like the most legit stuff they've ever had on that show is this one episode where like they see like a figure running up the hill and they run after it, but they have like this camera shot where you can literally see it's like a thermal of this dude running up a hill, like a large fucking like 10 foot.
Yeah,
it's sketchy. Yeah. So ever
lit.
since then, I've just been kind of diving into that. Like ghosts is about the same thing for me. Like we could talk about ghosts for hours too.
I love myself a fellow Bigfooter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bigfoot's lit.
I'll be watching this all the time. The one I think I watched was when they went out there and rocks were like this, thrown being chunked out of the sky, and they're saying, oh, a human person can't throw a boulder that big, and how high it is in the sky at them. It's like it could be possible. Like they're saying, like that's one of them. One of them saying, like, oh, you can't really fake that.
That's definitely legit. I've seen like I don't know how long you guys want to talk about Bigfoot, but there's this Australian documentary that they call it a yowie over there.
Yeah.
And they were like out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night, and something was like shaking this tree off the path. Like they were videoing this dude shaking it, and something's shaking this tree, and then the tree just gets thrown over onto the path, like breaking and like pushed over on. Like shit's legit.
Yeah. And it's
dude, so you actually are a real heavy Bigfoot
guy.
Like
this ain't no gimmick. Like
no,
if I had like a lot of rap money right now, I would legit be in like Pacific Northwest trying to look for a Bigfoot.
Yeah, dude, because I posted about give me questions and topics, right? And then someone said something about how you hate Bigfoot, right?
Oh, hell
And then Justin said, bring up Bigfoot. He's a big... And I was like, yo, I love a fellow Bigfooter. He was like, say that shit. So we came into this not really knowing if you were a Bigfoot guy.
We were like,
no, I am for sure.
That's fire. Have you seen the Nelk videos where they prank the Bigfoot
I seen the first one they ever did, but Clayton just told me, C10, shout out C10, just told me to watch the new one that they just did.
The new one's great, bro.
I watched like the first 5 minutes of it, but I didn't get to the part where they started looking for him with that dude.
That shit's
I seen where they like bought this suit and the dude comes out in the suit and the suit looks super realistic. I was like, oh god.
But no, bro, I just wanted to touch on that shit real quick. But let's get into some music shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So Jay Influential, artist I keep saying influence for some reason all morning. Artist entertained from Omaha, Nebraska, right? Are you from Omaha?
I'm originally from Amsterdam, New York, upstate New York.
Are you really?
Yeah, I moved here when I was 1 because my dad opened, I think it was like the Home Depot on 147th in Maple.
No shit.
Like the one that's out west.
Yeah.
So we've been stuck here ever since. But yeah.
He said stuck here.
I'm from upstate New York originally.
Dang, that's sick actually, bro. But so that brings me to another point. Then your fucking upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been bumping a lot of your music lately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to talk about anything if you don't want
to. No,
that's
we can talk about whatever.
But so I hear a lot of pain and stuff like that in your music.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to know like where that comes from. You know what I'm saying?
I would just say like growing up, just like bullying and stuff. A lot of people go through like issues with bullying and shit like that. So I'd say it was a lot of that. A lot of like broken home stuff. My parents have been like divorced since I was real young, and so we have had to go through a lot of that growing up. Two different households. It's always like beef back and forth. So I would say like a lot of pain comes from that. Just learning that music was like what helped me through whether it's like bullying or shit like that at home, problems at home, shit like that. So I would say that's where a lot of my pain comes from. It's just real life experiences that I just like vent out through writing and music and stuff like that.
When did you start using writing as like venting for all this shit that was going on?
I started writing for venting when I'd say like 14, 15 is when I like started writing, but didn't really record anything until like freshman, sophomore year. I recorded like 2 songs in like 8th grade maybe, and it was like weird hot garbage for sure, but
hot garbage.
It was bad. I have that CD somewhere. There's only one CD ever. I'll sell that for $1 million someday. But yeah, I started like seriously doing it probably like freshman, sophomore year, like recording and like trying to like make a name for myself and thinking I want to take this seriously because music saved my life. So like I didn't really see any other option. Like if I was gonna start working on music, I was gonna try to do it to like the full extent. Yeah. I still try to do it to the full extent.
And that goes into like what type of artist do you consider yourself as right now at the moment? Like what you say you are. To your point of view, this is who I am as an artist.
I'm confused. I'm not confused, but just what kind of style would I put myself in? I would say like a mix between like conscience, but also chopper. But also like I don't want to be like stuck in a chopper lane because like everybody in the Midwest wants to do chop and stuff. Not everybody.
Like fast rap.
Yeah, fast rap shit like that. So.
Because you do be rapping fast, but you be rapping about like real ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like when you dropped your What's Left tape, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even listen to it.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. I still can't.
Like,
I was trying to listen to it on the way over here. Still can't listen to it.
Yeah, just because like I've not been through the same shit, you know what I'm saying? But I lost
you can
somebody.
relate.
Yeah, I can relate to it. So when I was listening, I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm trying to be a homie, show some love, but I can't even get through the tape."
My girl's like that too.
I can't even listen to Indestructible.
But I would say more conscious than anything. Try to just talk about like real stuff.
Yeah.
Different situations, stuff like that.
Yeah, like the truth is just.
Because how old are you now?
22.
You're 20. Okay, you're only 22.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm 21. What
20.
Yeah, David's 20. Okay, I forgot. So not too bad. You've been rapping since about freshman year, so that's 5, 6, 7 years or so, huh?
6 or 7 years, I'd say.
That's fire, bro. So where did you get J Influential?
Yo, so I had this conversation the other day. I did not come up with J Influential, so it was. As bad as this is, it was almost like a rap name generator, I do believe. But my friend Taryn, I forget what I was beforehand. I think I was like Subsided or something weird. Like Grandmaster J maybe. I don't
Grandmaster J.
I don't know.
Grandmaster J, man.
But I think my homie Taryn was like, "What about J Influential?" I was like, "All right, fuck it, let's run with it." It's got like no like cool real backstory to it. We just like came up with it, and it's been. I think that was freshman year, sophomore year when we changed to J Influential.
That's a good change.
I want to do another name change. I've been thinking about it, but I'll probably get in trouble.
Bro, what you gonna change your name to?
I was gonna change it to J Influenza, but I kind of want to do like an alter ego kind of side project where it's just J Influenza would just be like all bars.
I seen you post a couple things with J Influenza. Hey, knock it off.
That's my cash app, I think.
I seen a bunch of things with J Influenza on there. What is influenza? Isn't that a disease?
Influenza is a disease. And J Influenza because
you're sick?
Well, if you ask Travis, and they call me J Influenza because one time we were like all smoking together and like it was right in the middle of my allergy season, so I was like, dude, I promise I'm not sick. So we all smoked together and I got everyone like mad, deadly sick. So and Travis has called me J Influenza since then.
Oh, that's fire, bro.
So when I first heard J Influential, I always thought, man, like when they speak, it's like here. When I first heard of your name, when I first came across, I want to say it was like with Brody when I walked into one of his shows and I said J Influential, and I heard it. I was like, that name's so intriguing. So like, because we had a podcast with Just Russell and it was always about branding. Like, there's so many names, there's so many people out there that have similar names. Like Brody went the team. They spelled the raw like the with the H, and it's just J Influential. It's just like that name means like. It's so intriguing to me because like I don't want to influence you into like that's what they see. I just fuck with it.
I've never heard somebody's perspective on like how my name rings to somebody. So that's definitely interesting. I'm glad it kind of like sticks and kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's like and I always have a things about me if you meet like ever come around like me my word I have a bad speech problem with words. I can't pronounce them right.
Right.
So like names that I have to like. Say it over so I can say it right. Yeah, is one of the things that stick with me the longest.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean? And it's like I always said the,
He said the.
That's all I was saying. It's just like, that's just names like that.
Sure.
That was intriguing. Like C10, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. Like C10 always
Shout out to
like
C10.
Yeah, it's always like C10. I always say like.
No, but we were talking about C10. He was talking about how he might have to change his name because the C10's also a diesel truck or something.
Yeah. Travis had to rename to forget Finch because like some random band, like some like hair metal band named Finch is like mega popping on Spotify and hit him with like, yo, you can't be Finch anymore. So he's like, fuck.
No shit.
If that's confidential information, I'm sorry, Travis, but
He said, I'm sorry.
I don't think it is. I think we told that story before.
No, I had to change my name too. I was telling Justin because I started off as Bobo, but then when you look up Bobo on Spotify, there's a bunch of
people pop up.
Yeah, so I had to Bobo the Bread Boy. Now it's nothing.
That's one good thing about Jay Influential is like if you just look up JAY, like a bunch of shit will pop up. But once you get like INF, then it's just like me and like maybe somebody else. I don't remember who.
Just a little few things. Huh?
Yeah, it's just like Jay Influence and Jay Influential. I don't know who Jay. I've never checked out Jay Influence, but
oh shit, bro.
We might have to look him up.
Bro. But no, bro. So in the music shit, when did you meet Justin? Like, what's your relationship with Justin?
So I've known Justin, like Clayton, for an extremely long time. They've known him way longer. I didn't come around in the scene until like maybe late 2015, early 2016. And I met Justin through just shows at the Lookout. Like he was just there. Like we did shows at South Omaha's Finest Tequila Garage. I remember meeting him there one time. We were doing shows under. I was doing shows with these guys named Anger Management. Shout out to Scott Dixon. I don't know.
How old were you at this time?
15, 16.
Doing shows?
Yep.
So what was your first show?
My first show was at Lookout Lounge, RAP Lookout Lounge. Travis gave me my first show ever. It was this thing called Stone Solid Support Show. And it was like for some dude that had like a disease or something, but it was like a big charity show. And Travis is my older brother's old best friend. So like everybody's kind of real intertwined. Like I knew Travis.
Oh, nice.
Like low key, like Travis was at my house when I was like 5 years old, like skating with my older brother. And I didn't even know it until like at that point. But Travis gave me my first show ever. And
damn, so the whole Nice Enough thing is pretty like tight knit from like
for sure
fucking ground up type
from
shit,
the for sure. So I met Justin probably like 2016, but we really didn't start working with each other until 2019. I'd like to say early 2019, maybe December at that point or somewhere in there, or maybe it was 2018. I don't know. All the years blend together, but we were Aorta hip hop. We were just Aorta music, and then we were Aorta hip hop, and now here we are at Nice Enough. It's been a wild. It's been an interesting ride for sure.
Yeah, bro, cause you've done some tours and shit with them too, haven't you?
Yeah, we've done like a bunch of little mini weekend tours. Mayflowers. What was that? Red Eyes, Elevated Minds, I think was our first one we ever did with Elevated Rebellion. I think Psych was on that one. Psychedelic Sidekick. And yeah, I was blessed enough to go on the King ISO run that they did the group therapy tour. I rode along and ran merch for everybody and got to open up and hang out and experience all those cool things. That was super fun. Eternally grateful for that.
That's actually pretty sick, bro. We're not gonna roll over just the King ISO.
No, for sure.
That shit's hard, bro. So how was that like? How long were you guys like on the road and shit?
I think we were on the road for like over like 32 days or something like that, including drive time. It was probably like 35 or 36, and it was definitely interesting to kind of just like I had never seen mountains before that point, so like it was an eye opener getting to like roll around and like watch these guys who are like kind of low key famous and like
because King ISO, I mean he's signed to Strange Music, so
for
he's
sure.
Pretty up there, you know.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, and to get to just witness that and just like be in the van with those guys for like all those long fucking rides and conversations and all the funny late nights and shit. We were at like a Del Taco at like 3 a.m. trying to get like burgers, and it was all bad. It was all bad, but it was a great experience front to back. It was a really fun time.
Hold that thought real quick. I'm gonna take this fucking bone from this dog.
Man, that's crazy. Like, so you thought about Bigfoot and everything. That's like, cause I used to watch videos like that when I was young. They see ghost videos. That's all I watched.
So
I get like fried and watch those all the time.
So ghost videos, like I'm like an avid fan of like Ghost Adventures. Like I've seen every episode of that.
Yes,
but like my dad and my sister actually have like a bunch of like that equipment and go out and like rent places for the night and like go on like ghost experiments and shit like that.
Dude, that's the
I've done a couple and I've seen some things that I'll like remember until the day that I die for sure. It's sketchy.
You're getting into some heavy ghost shit.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Oh man, my grandma was very spiritual when I was like my grandma was like. She grew up in like the reservation in Arizona, you know what I mean? My grandma was very like, she's spiritual, you know, she believes that when there's someone like...
His background is Bigfoot.
Yeah, we had his whole plan, dog. We had his whole plan.
Show the screen.
Oh yeah, bro. I throw it out there if you can't see it.
We made his, we didn't know how he was going to react to Bigfoot, so we were going to pretend to be like these real heavy Bigfoot guys, bro. It was going to be hilarious.
And plus, I needed to train my screen cover anyways.
That's
I had
a
the
good
same
background.
one for like, I had the same one for like almost 6 years, and I said, it's going to do for him.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So back to like my grandma, she was very, you know, spiritual person. That's who she was. She believed in ghosts.
Like sensitive, like spirit sensitive.
Very sensitive. Like when I used to have nightmares, you know, me about like, I had nightmares all the time. My grandma was like, she always said, "Oh, come here," and she would sit with me. She talk about it. She said she always get a dream catcher that she made by hand with the sticks and everything off the trees, and she weaved it together. And she's here, put this on above your bed, you know what I mean, or put this somewhere like, you know what I mean, it keeps you safe. Even when I was a kid, and as we got older, my grandma's always very spiritual. You know, she is very like when you know what I mean, she's not scared of it. But also she'll be like she's sensitive. Yeah, and but also she'll be like but there be times she'll be like, oh hell nah, fuck that, I'm going inside a couple times. Like, oh man.
My aunt is like that in a way where she's like sensitive to like spirits and stuff like that. But yeah, I was gonna get into like a super deep story, but the ghost shit's real life. Like
we can and after we get through like the music and some questions we can pull it back to this ghost.
All right,
shit,
bet. Absolutely, sorry.
But no, no worries, bro. My fucking dog keeps being a bitch ass, bro. But
I got a baby Saint Bernard at home. He's a bitch ass. He's up at 4 in the morning, like howling in his cage. Like, let me out. Yeah, Hank is cool, man. That's my guy.
You been going hard with Hank, bro. You been fucking with Hank heavy lately.
Yeah, for sure. I made like a post like a couple months ago that I was like,
I fucking hate first time dog owners, so annoying, always posting their pets, blah 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 blah.
I've had dogs all my life, but Hank's like my first dog that I like paid for, and he's like my guy.
Yeah.
And every day I'm just like, look.
Yeah, bro. That's my
everybody look at my dog. Yeah.
That shit's
all
hard, bro. He's a nice looking dog.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's gonna be a big boy. He's gonna be like 215 pounds is what they said.
Oh, no shit. Dude, speaking of fucking dogs real quick, we had this fucking big old, I don't know what it was, like a Great Dane, I think. Came into my work the other day, bro.
Big tall motherfucker?
Yeah, bro. He was like this tall standing up, and like he would push by me and fucking throw me to the side, dude. I was getting scared. She started talking. She was like, yeah, he was a rescue. He was really violent before I got him. I was like, yo, man. Bro? She said he's 7 feet tall when he stands up.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, y'all might need to get the
That's a
fuck
Great Dane.
out.
Great Danes are like that. We were just building rails in Council Bluffs for this dude who had a Great Dane. And he almost came through the door on Travis. It was so fucking funny. He's like tall enough, like he's almost at the top of the door. Like if he runs, boom, like the door like shakes. When
them things are ridiculous, dude.
Super cool though.
Huge.
But no, back to your stories and shit. What were you talking about? Del Taco? That's where we ended it off, right?
Oh man, yeah. We had like I think it was our first night in Salt Lake City. Like it was like after the show, everything was closed, and we had the tour van with the trailer. And so we pulled up at this Del Taco, but we couldn't get the tour van and the trailer through the drive-thru, and like the inside wasn't open because it was 3 in the fucking morning. So we had to walk through the drive-thru and order our food, and then it took like 30 fucking minutes, and then the dude was like not trying to give us our food for some reason. He was like, I need that guy to come, whoever paid for it, blah blah blah. But we were like all together, and so it was like a fight for like 10 minutes.
Shit.
Oh yeah, before that we had went to IHOP, and nobody was trying to take our order, and like C-Mob just like stood up and was like, we're leaving right now. I'm out. We're not waiting no more.
Well, just because it was like so deep. And
yeah, I don't think. Yeah, because we were super deep. Nobody was trying to take our order at like 1 o'clock in the fucking morning at IHOP.
No
That's
shit.
For sure.
Because you guys took a van out there, huh?
Yeah.
Or there are multiple cars, caravan in it.
Nope, it was just the tour van and the trailer, and then Mumbles followed us with his car for like a lot of those stops too. So some of the days we had just a van, and then some of the days we had Mumbles with his car. But It was Strawstone, Otis Julius, me, C-Mob, Snake, Tabo, ISO. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody.
About 7, 8 people?
Yeah, 7, 8 people deep in the van. It was fun.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick, bro.
I
So,
was like, in the van, was it like, was there any awkward silences? Like, it was quiet?
Oh, hell no.
No.
Not one fucking bit. From the moment we hopped in the van to drive to Salt Lake City, the first day or the day before the first stop of the tour, the whole ride, it wasn't like, it felt like it was like probably like a 6-hour drive, and it was 15 and a half hours just because we were fucking laughing, talking about
because everyone was having
shit.
fun,
Yeah,
huh?
for
Everyone
sure.
was probably like just hyped as fuck. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. It was a good time.
So there probably wasn't really any times where people were like, "Oh, I'm tired of this motherfucker talking" or anything. No, irritability or nothing?
Oh no, there's plenty of like tours and like different artists combined on a tour that like will not get along. The Cryptic Wisdom tour was a little bit like that, but the group therapy tour, everyone got along. Like nobody was like ever mad at each other. Like nobody was like beefing. Like everyone was just happy.
That's fire, because everyone was probably just fucking so excited to get this shit
Yeah,
going,
absolutely.
huh?
It was fluent. It was just like there was like no like big bumps in the road or nothing. It was just real cool and fluent for sure.
What about music? Was everybody fighting out with the aux or was it just y'all put the radio on?
I think it was just Strawstone. Or sometimes they wouldn't like ISO would connect to the Bluetooth, but it was just Strawstone playing music. He's a pretty good DJ. He introduced everybody to this dude named Stove God Cooks. You ever heard of Stove God?
Justin brought him up in the last podcast.
I bet he did bring up Stove God in the last podcast. Yeah, he introduced everybody to that, and everyone loved that. But yeah, he was a pretty good DJ.
Yeah.
A lot of times we were just like not listening to music though, like just in our headphones or something. Everybody was sleeping or shit like that.
Yeah, because fuck, dude, 32 days on the road, bro. It probably got boring in that car. Well, then you guys
It
hit
wasn't
hotels and shit.
Yeah,
too,
it
huh?
wasn't even that. It wasn't. Yeah, and the
That
hotels
shit.
were cool, and it wasn't even that boring because like the only long drives, if I remember correctly, was like Salt Lake City and Texas back. And from Texas back to here. Salt Lake
Yeah.
City was 15 and a half hours, and I think Texas was close to like 12 or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Texas
Something-
was like 13
something
hours,
crazy
12
like
hour
that to
drive.
me.
13, man, especially you take that. Especially man, I drove to Texas and back all the time because I got family over there in Texas, and like that drive is man. Me
Yeah.
and my sister tried to do it in like
Fuck
2
that.
days. We did it in one day, one time. We don't know how we did that.
Mhm.
Till this day, we don't understand how
We did that Salt Lake City drive in one day. We left at like 9 in the morning and got there at like 12:30 at night. I think.
Yeah.
1 in the morning, something like that. It was
Did
crazy.
you fucking like since there were so many like artists on the thing, did you make any like work on any songs on the bus together with anybody?
No, not really.
Or not on the bus or like anywhere on the thing?
No, we didn't really work on music together like that.
Everything
on
was
the,
more just preparation for the next show.
yeah, for
the
sure.
next stop.
Just making sure that we had all of our ducks in a row and whatnot. I worked on a lot of music, like personally, just in my headphones, shit like that. But like, I can't write around like that many people, especially
Yeah.
that many people that are
Yeah.
like that dope. I'm like, oh nah.
It
Let me
is-
just put the little notepad away real quick.
Dang, cause that would be a sick ass story, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we wrote this song
On the
tour,
bus,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, randomly
That'd be
we all
fire,
just
bro.
everybody
Yeah.
hopped into that. Man, that's dope. That's
I wanted to do that, but like nobody had brought like a mic or nothing or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't got a cool setup. I just go to the studio.
He said, I don't feel a cool setup. I know you be going to make believe and shit, huh?
Yeah, we would go down to Make Believe and record, or sometimes we're just at my engineer's house.
Yeah, I've never been to make believe before.
Make Believe is a cool place. It's definitely like the first time I ever stepped in there, it's like Disneyland for like rappers.
Yeah, it's off of like
It's a vibe.
24th or so, ain't it?
20th and Leavenworth, around
20th
that
and
area.
Leavenworth, yep, okay.
It's a vibe.
So what was your title question? What was your first impression when you heard of Bobo with the team? You know, what was like your first like how did you like how like what was like Bobo like what was that what caught your attention when you first met the team?
I was impressed. You know, not a whole lot of people have a team. Not a whole lot of people have a team. You guys are like one solid. You guys are fluent, like one solid whole foundation. And I was just impressed by that. Just the way that you guys move was so professional. I was very pleased for
That's
sure.
big love. That's what Justin was saying
Yeah, just
too.
the same thing. That was a man.
Because you gotta having a team and shit like that. But that shit's hard, bro. I appreciate that shit. So, what would do? Real last thing, touching on the tours and shit, real quick. What's the coolest tour story you got?
Yeah,
And
he
then
has.
Yeah,
I got you
David
next.
has an opposite type
Man.
deal.
You got the worst?
Yep.
Okay, the coolest tour story? Fuck. I'd have to think about that. Let me think for 2 seconds. There's a lot of stories I can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why NDA has been signed?
Kind of. It's more like a handshake agreement. But,
Let's not speak of this again.
I would say
and wherever you do say on accident, we can cut out the podcast.
I got one for you, but I think the best tour story would probably be in Denver, because I'd never been to Colorado before. The show was super lit, and when we loaded in, like, the ground was dry, everything was cool, but when we came back out to put everything back in the van, it was like fucking 10 inches of snow on the ground, and it was dumping.
Oh yeah.
We got to the hotel for some reason was accidentally like super bougie, so like it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, like we were like 18 stories up, just like looking out the window as it snowed. I was like, this is fucking lit. Bunch of good weed. It was awesome for sure.
Big high out there, huh?
Indianapolis is fun too, because we did like I think Snake had a skateboard, and then Snake and ISO played like a game of skate together.
Yeah, I seen a post.
ISO is incredibly dope at skateboarding. I don't know if you know that or not.
Dude, we should get him on the rapper game of skate series we got going.
He would pull up and smoked up boots off of people.
Dude, because
he's dope. Like,
we did our first.
Travis is also sick too. Ask Travis.
Because we did like a rapper game of skate versus this dude James Tyler from Sioux City or Des Moines.
Yeah,
whatever,
I know what
right?
you're talking about.
Yeah, and
Lake Street.
Yeah, Lake Street, and so. They came out with their people, and then Snake came out, and he was live streaming the whole thing, right? So he was talking about he's trying to get next round and shit too, like that. So we're gonna do like a whole thing of like rapper game of skate on my other channel, bro, and it's crazy. For right now, I currently hold the title.
Yeah.
Whoever's ready to challenge.
I used to be nasty when I was young, but I'm like, in my eyeballs, I'm like too big to be skating. I want to get another skateboarding, like get back into the swing of it. But the other best tour story was, I think it was one of two of our Texas dates. I think it was the last one. After our show, we were at the hotel. It was me, Bo, and Strawstone, and Tabo, the Truth, and Strawstone, and we didn't have blunt wraps, but we had like a shit ton of weed. And so we were like, well, we're not trying to drive Otis had the keys, and he was already asleep in his room, so we couldn't take the van. So I was like scanning around, and I seen the birds, the little scooters.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at him, and I looked at Bo, and he's like, nah. I'm not riding them damn scooters. And so I went and I rented 3 of them, and I gave one to Strawstone. He loves the scooters. I think he switched his out for a bike at one point. But I gave it to Bo. I was like, just fucking try it and see how you like it. He went around the parking lot. He's like, let's fucking go. So we rode like 5 miles on the scooters to a gas station to get some blunt wraps and came all the way back. And I think we were in Austin, Texas. So just riding through downtown Austin on scooters was fun. Kind of sketchy, but it was cool.
Oh yeah, it's definitely in Texas, man. It's sketchy, but it's fun though, man. It's warm at night. It's cold and it gets warm really at night too. Then, so
I mean, that probably built like mad connections with everybody. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. I still talk to Bo pretty much like a weekly basis, and I still keep in contact with all the other dudes too, for sure. Yeah.
Do you have any music with any of those guys?
I have a song with ISO, but that's from way before, like, the tour and everything. That's on my Rage album, but I'm working on something with Bo, and I think me and Snake got one in the chamber, too.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. Nice. And then we got some shit we got to kick up soon,
absolutely,
too, bro.
Absolutely.
That shit's going to be fire, bro.
So now back to this. So what was the most embarrassing moment you ever done on stage?
Yeah, he said on stage. You don't even got to be on tour.
The story, nothing, just the very...
All right, well, I have a bad tour story, but I'll also say that I have to think about the stage one. The stage one probably would have to be my first show ever. So it was Lookout. You've ever been to Lookout?
Yeah.
Okay, so the stage was like yay high off the ground, like kind of high off the ground, low key. I was wearing super tight pants, so they called me up. So I didn't take the side steps up. I just stepped up and ripped my pants like from like ass crack to like my pelvic.
No, it was like right before your set?
Yeah.
Did you perform like that?
Yeah, for sure. Boxers out and everything. I got up there, grabbed the mic. I was like, my pants are ripped.
Oh, them damn skinny jeans, bro.
On tour, the worst situation we were in is, I think it was like Indianapolis, maybe. The venue we pulled up to didn't have any working restrooms, and like me, C-Mob, ISO, and somebody else had a shit real bad. And so we hopped in Mumbles' car. Otis took the keys, and we hopped in Mumbles' car and drove to like this little shopping mall. But like every store we went into, they were like, no public bathroom, no public bathroom, no public bathroom. Like we didn't know where we were at, obviously. Go into the store, go back into the bathrooms, and like all the men's like there's one working men's bathroom stall, and all the other ones are like blown apart, but the women's bathroom is just fine. So we're all like, I think ISO went to the men's bathroom, but we were standing by the women's bathroom, and Otis went in there to shit or something, and this lady like is looking at us that works there, is like mean mugging us, and like walks away and comes back with a police officer in like full riot gear, like has the face shield, like has like the baton out, And so C-Mob talked him down, talked him off the ledge of why we were pooping in the ladies' bathroom because our venue didn't have any working bathrooms. And the lady was fucking pissed. She's like, and he was like, and C-Mob was like, the men's bathroom doesn't work. And the lady was like, that don't make it right. And C-Mob was like, that don't make it wrong. It was so fucking funny.
Bro, why? They came fully super.
Yeah, like he pulled up on us, like angry that we were, he thought we were doing drugs in the bathroom. We didn't know where we were at. We were obviously in like a very bad part of town.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that shit sounds lit, bro. Touring would be crazy, man.
Yeah, imagine just taking a hit and hearing that the commotion outside. You're like, damn, I'm in the women's restroom right now. I'm like, oh, I need it.
Yeah, police outside the bathroom. I'd have to pinch it off. Like I have to have like the utmost peace when I'm taking this shit. Like if I hear you guys outside the bathroom, like I gotta have the fan on. Like on God, I have to have a peaceful shit.
This dude said, "On God, bro." Oh, fuck.
My mood will get ruined if I can't piece of shit.
Is that fucking Snapple water?
Yeah, so it's the new Snapple. We won't get no
no promo. We'll blur
no promo. The Snapple Rain. This is agave cactus. It's pretty fucking fire.
Yeah, I was looking at this. Like,
they have a passion fruit one. It's called Snapple Flyer, but I like this one way better.
Yeah.
You're talking about 45% less sugar. Let's look how much sugar's in this motherfucker. 25 grams of sugar.
It's like that Prime shit.
Including 19 more grams of added sugar. Prime?
Yeah.
I think I've seen Prime somewhere recently. What is Prime?
It's a fucking what is it, like, supposed to be like a sports drink from fucking like Logan Paul and
yeah, I just watched Oliver Tree on there talking about he also made a sports drink, but it's like the
slime?
exact yeah,
bro,
slime.
Wasn't that the funniest shit ever, bro? That was the best.
Let me tell you why mine's different. That shit was so fucking funny.
He said it's better, and there's double in the container or some stupid shit.
I recently
like
discovered
that,
Oliver Tree, so I watched that interview. Oliver Tree is super dope. It's not like my lane of music whatsoever, but like I really like. I'm trying to branch out and like listen to more stuff and like grow my intelligence like through just like experiencing different sounds of music, not just listening to the same 10 albums like I usually do.
Yeah, bro, same shit, bro, because I watched a little bit of that Kanye documentary, right?
I watched the first episode. That shit is so inspiring.
Yeah, I watched the first episode, bro, and then like the next morning I was bumping fucking Kanye all day. I'm like, yo, because it makes you like, because I never listened to him before, you know what I'm saying? Because I only like heard the shit on the internet, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
I forget what song he was playing when he was in like the whatever, I think it was like Interscope or whatever, wherever offices he was at, where he was playing that song on the boombox and everyone was laughing at him. It was like All Falls Down or something, like one of his most monumental songs that people were just like, get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah,
like, no.
bro. And then like just the fucking
there's
one, it's called like Black Skinhead or something like that, bro. And like the fucking production on that, because like after watching the thing, you see that he does all his own beats, he does all his own shit. So it's like, bro, you made this fucking beat and then rapped on it like
it's
this,
crazy.
bro?
I don't know that I could like make my beat and then rap on it. Like for some reason I feel like that would clash not well with me.
But then it's crazy because then he can just cater everything to whatever he wants,
for sure.
you know?
Self-taught.
Because I tried to make beats for a little bit, but then I got tired
hard.
of that. Yeah.
It was hard.
I got one beat out. It's called Bread Boy Freestyle on SoundCloud. And the beat,
shameless plug.
Yeah, bro. But no, bro. Yeah, shameless plug. Fuck. Right back to you, bro. Your newest tape. What's left? You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, what's left out on all digital streaming platforms, whatever.
We'll have the links in the description and shit.
What's left is a 4-song EP about coping with my mom dying from cancer. So it's very sad, very deep, very emotional, but it's like there's a lot of truth in there. There's a lot of like released like emotions for me. Like that, I had probably like 10 or 12 songs done for that EP and only really marked it down to 4, but that really helped me like get through that. And like I still haven't like fully got through that, you know, like I don't think I'll ever fully get through something like that, and I know you definitely can relate to that. But yeah, that helped me a lot, and like it's not like that'll be like, oh, those are the only songs that I'm ever gonna release about that. Like my next couple EPs I got coming will definitely have touch more on that. I think my next one will be more hype, but like the fall one will definitely be, I think, if not an EP, a little bit longer, and we'll definitely be like deep like that again for sure.
Yeah, because that was a really good tape. I finally finished listening to it. You know what I'm saying? I finally finished listening to it the other day. I've been bumping your shit for like 3 days now in preparation for this. But it's a really good tape. You know what I'm saying? It really puts the emotions out there. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like how you were just saying, I'm also working on a project that just gets the emotions out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, like you said, there's also it's not going to be the last time. You know, it just kind of helps putting that project type deal out. You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't like releasing music like that and like putting their feelings and emotions out there. I could never get that. Like, music saved my life. You know, like if I'm not like putting out like a whole project full of bars, like there's gonna be 1 or 2 or 3 songs in there that are like deep, that are gonna like speak to you in like different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Like, music to me, like when I listen to music, you know what I mean, like music, like with both music, I fucking more because I see him. I feel it because I'm there with him. And music like that, deep music, like people put their feelings like into the song. That what makes the song so special in their own way, like their own song. You know what I mean? Like, to me, music is just like, if you're not speaking from like within yourself and just about it in the song, and then the song's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it just,
you gotta have substance.
Yeah, yes,
yeah,
like, man,
for sure.
And it's songs like those just, I mean, it makes it more intriguing to me, and more it makes me want to like listen to. It's like because my playlist is just like oh man, it was like so mixed with 4 different artists. Because I got a man. What was this? This is one song I came. It was randomly on Snapchat. I was following we did with we did with Muhammad Maki and what's his name?
Be Positive.
Yeah, Be Positive.
Shout out to Be Positive.
But man, like
you like Be Positive? He's
my guy. I have some funny memories with Be Positive.
And like Be Positive, so he was at this one show a few like weeks back, and he was like, this dude was singing, and I was just like, and he was singing, it was a really deep song, and that caught my attention. I was like, hey bro, I hit him up on the snap. I was like, hey, what's the name of that song? Like, who is that? Like, let me listen. Like, what's in? I like, and for like the whole night, 'cause I was going through some things that night, and I was like, I want to listen to something really deep, and like, you know what I mean? And I just like, I heard that song. I played it like so many times already.
Yeah, it's catchy.
And it's just man. So I was
Be Positive. I think it was our Cryptic Wisdom Omaha stop. After I got off stage, he like came up to me and was like, "Yo, you see this super hot girl over there? I think I might want to ask her for her number," or something like that. Like, he was jazzed up, and I was just like standing there smoking a blunt. I was like, dude, no balls, you won't go fucking do that right now. And he ran over to this girl and like talked to her, and I was like reading his lips, and he got her number. And he ran back over here. I was like, hey yo, I wouldn't have done that. So props, dude. That's
Be Positive and Mohana Maki, bro. Them dudes are sick, bro. They're like some real ass people, you know.
Shout out.
But
I've known Mahana for a while. I think like a couple good years now. I don't remember where I know him from, but I remember like through the music scene, I've met him a couple times.
Yeah, he's like
and I've seen him at like all the shows recently too. So. And
like he's like a heavy supporter. Like if he supports you, bro, he's gonna be supportive.
He's gonna ride.
Bro. I almost hit him up. Like I did hit him up actually for one shot. I was like, bro, come on stage, bro. Be hype, man. For him, because he's fucking lit, bro.
I know that one time with that one show we went, I want to say it was your birthday bash, or it was for a show before that. He was just, I remember just sitting next to him, and he was just like, get it. I just see like, there's like people were not high, and there's like, and you just see him right there, just like, he was so eager, man.
His energy is infectious.
Literally, dog. I was like, he got me hyped. I took my hair out of the child, I was shaking. I was like, hell, he's getting me hyped. I was like, man, I'm ready. Sure. And for a second, I thought he was gonna hop on stage. That was that one time he did hop and stage with everybody. He's like, I want to say he did. I was like, yeah. Because he was like, anytime I with it in the crowd that did, he's like, he's ready. He's so hyped, he just will hop on stage and just go crazy.
Shout out to them dudes, bro. Them dudes are solid. But I have another question about what's that too, you know what I'm saying? I know it's probably a, touchy subject, you know what I'm saying?
Feel free to ask whatever, man.
What's the cover art? Because it's 2 different pictures. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So the cover art, the front cover is me and my mom. I was probably like 5 or 6, I'd say, at that point, in my backyard of the house that I grew up in for 15 years. I found that picture. I went through probably a lot, like 5,000 different pictures of my mom, just like real pictures, just like going through them that I found in the basement. And I found that one, and I thought that one would probably. That one spoke the most to me as like, I want to use this for a cover, because I always kind of had that thought after my mom passed, like I want to make she always told me to tell her story, her side of things, and I don't think that I'm quite finished with that yet, but I seen that picture and I thought that would do the most justice for the cover. And then the back cover is me and my older brother Skylar. I don't have the greatest speaking relationship with my brother. He's kind of just like an introvert, and he's got like a little family and shit now, so I kind of just let him do his thing, but I thought that that'd be a good back cover too, for sure.
Yeah, is there a reason the face is like a little blurred out?
I was kind of going on like a Kendrick Lamar inspiration, and like he just like blurs all of his on specifically the Good Kid, Mad City cover, how everyone's blurred out except for him.
Oh, okay.
Kind of as like an attention focus.
Was the mom blurred out too on the front, or I don't think it was?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was. I think because my mom was like the center of attention for. I guess we could have blurred my face out on the front cover, but.
No, because it just really intrigued me, you know, because I was looking at the art, I was like, oh shit, who's like blurred out, you know what I'm saying?
That's my brother.
That's really cool to hear, bro. That's a really good tape, man. I really like that shit.
Thank you.
And then I heard Justin been talking about you're coming out with some new shit too.
Yeah, for sure. I got another tape pretty much in the vault ready to go. I just have to get some mixing and stuff done. I think record like one more song, but other than that.
Get it finalized and everything?
Yeah, I'm trying to put it out before this 420 show, but I don't know that I have enough time to do that since that's like 3 weeks away, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on the same shit trying to finish this tape before my Mayflower show.
It's a good idea just to have something to like more to promote and like more stuff at like the merch table and shit like that.
Yeah, right.
I might perform the whole EP at this show and just like not put it out until like a couple weeks later, maybe like early May or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was on too. I was like, fuck, at least if I don't have it done, I can perform some shit.
But yeah, I got that one, and then I think I want to do like one or two, maybe like one more project this year. And that'll probably be a little bit longer than an EP. No longer than like 10 tracks though, probably like 6 to 8.
Yeah. That's fire, bro. How many songs do you think you got out altogether?
I'm not staring at the ceiling. I'm counting.
No, I know. I was checking the camera.
26, 36.
I just got boxing gloves on the ceiling.
I'd say like close from like 60 to 70.
Yeah, almost 100 piece.
I think so. I'd have to look. I think about clearing my catalog daily and just like getting rid of all the old stuff. But a lot of people like the old stuff. I don't know if you're like that, but I can't listen to anything like that. Like even like Rage, I can't go back and listen to Rage. Like my girlfriend was listening to Rage the other day, and she's like,
"What's this line you say about wanting to fuck rap sluts?"
I was like, dude, like, who was letting me say this shit at such an early age?
Speaking of that, hold that.
Oh, no.
I don't beat around the bush. I eat it like a cheap whore.
Bitches be eating pussy for some cheap
money. Dude, I heard that fucking bar. I was like, dude.
Hey, Rage has got some cringy bars in there. Like, a lot of that stuff is, like, filler. Going back and thinking about that right now, like, Rage was, like, my last album where, like, I didn't have, like a focus. Like, I wasn't, like, speaking about, like one. Yeah, for sure. I was just, like, barring out. So, like, I try not to think about that stuff. I still perform Young Buck sometimes. It's one of those, like, rare ones where like I'll come back and do that sometimes. Like No IV, I'll do that sometimes.
I heard that bar and I was like, dude, I fucking pulled out my phone while I was driving. I was like, yo,
let me write this down real quick.
That. But no, speaking about the old music, fucking I like keeping the old music. Some of it, you know what I'm saying? Because it shows, like, the growth of where you came from, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Because if you listen to, like, some of my early shit, you're like, holy shit, bro. Yeah, you know, like, there's something there, but it wasn't honed in yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely that same way.
But this shit, I like that shit. Some people, I hate when people just, like, clear everything from the old stuff, you know? Because it's like, bro, I want to fucking see where you came from. Because a lot of the early music also has, like, stories and shit that you don't tell no more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. I've never thought about it like that.
Because it was, like, fucking front and center, you know what I'm saying? Like, all my old music, it was, like, not all of it, but it was, like, when I was, like, heavy in the trap and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was getting this, doing this and that. So it was, like, a bunch of different vibes from when it is there to now and shit, you know? So it's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. But I like old music.
Yeah, and this is one last question I have, you know. What inspired you when you were a young age? You know, we were talking about old music back in the days. So when you were younger, what music, what artists, like, what type of music you first really got you
inspired
into?
Me to, like, first start, like, working on stuff? Oh, man. Obviously, like, the obvious answer is going to be Eminem. I listened to a lot of Eminem growing up, you know, with, like, a split-out household. That, like, a lot of angry Eminem was played at my dad's house, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But,
Eminem's fire, though,
yeah, for sure. I'd say the couple albums that shaped me to, like, when I started rapping was Under Pressure by Logic. I don't fuck with Logic now, but, like, Under Pressure and the one after that were, like, some of, like, my favorite albums I've listened to. Good Kid, Mad City is in my top 2 albums. I couldn't give you my other one. But Good Kid, Mad City, what's the J. Cole album? Not 2014, but the one before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Born Sinner. I do fuck with J. Cole heavy. But Recovery. Eminem's Recovery was a good one for me. A lot of people don't like that album, but I fuck with that album.
Eminem's fire, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, when I was growing
people shit on Eminem. Like, you guys gotta.
Man, I like Eminem. I grew up listening to because my mom played my brother-in-law. You know what I mean? He was very music. He really got me into like. He got me into the oldies, you know what I mean, like NWA, you know, like Snoop Dogg back in the day. Like he was the one that introduced them to me because I didn't really hear about them. He was like, we be having a lot of late night drives, and all we listen to is music. And we just different music that kind of sent. Like half the time was always Eminem because like when you really listen to his music, it's so like so deep.
No,
and
you
it's
listen
like
to the fucking
lyrics.
Yeah,
like,
lyrics.
Bro,
like,
yeah.
Who the fuck else is rapping like this?
I forgot what's that one. Like he's crazy. That one song he did where he's like. Then he talks about his talks about his daughter, and he says I'm gonna, and this is, you know what I mean, he said, oh, I'm gonna kill you, and Kim, kill Kim, and like he really got into like I was like, whoa, I was like, man, I didn't really think about it. I had to re-listen to it. I was like,
the song is called Kim.
Yeah, Kim. Yeah,
that's a hard one. I don't be listening to Eminem like that, like not that side of Eminem, you know.
It's different on how he moves around, like his I don't know, like
different styles and like alter egos.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. It's just Eminem went hard when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. We should not have been listening to Eminem that early.
Yeah.
Y'all don't be smoking weed on this podcast?
Oh, no, we get too fried. And then we start not being able to talk. We tried that before.
We tried, man. I think it was C10. I got so fried. I was quiet. Like, bro, I was like
that video of you getting too high off the edibles and puking like 9 times right out the door.
You seen that, bro? You watched that?
My god, that shit is so funny to me. Because I've been in that position of being too high off of like 9 brownies and being like, what did I do?
Dude, and in the end,
Send
you
me
see
home.
I was like taking care of it and shit. I'm like,
all worried. Like, yo, is David gonna be okay?
Dude, I was literally scared. I was like, bro, I can't call the cops.
Yo, can you get in an Uber or are you gonna puke?
Bro, I mean,
don't puke in the Uber.
Dude, I wrote my phone number on his face mask for the Uber just in case he did puke in the Uber and they were gonna like try to just leave him somewhere, you know? I was like, fuck.
And it was like snowing that night too. I only say it was like, then that drive, I cannot, like, that Uber driver was weird to me. That Uber driver was scary. He was in the car. He's like,
yo, you were hallucinating, dog, for sure. Like, of course, that Uber driver was gonna be scared.
Bro, he was just like, oh, so y'all had a fun night, huh? I'm like, yeah.
Not even talking.
I'd be asleep. I would not be talking to nobody.
Bro, but fucking a final question. I got one final question for you, and then we can rub on some ghost shit before we close out and get down. So, what's your 5-year plan?
Oh man.
Music, life. All together, you know, I guess they're the same deal.
I guess I want to be way farther than I am now. That's for damn sure.
Because you're 22 now.
Yeah.
So 27.
By 27.
Where do you see yourself?
Not in Omaha. I definitely see myself signed somewhere. Like my dream would be Rhyme Sayers. I don't know if you know who Rhyme Sayers is. It's
a label?
Yeah, it's a label out of Minneapolis. They signed Atmosphere, like Brother Ali, Greaves. Greaves is gonna be here with Ritz in a couple days. It's like a lot of conscious hip hop, not so much like a lot of chopper stuff, but it's like a lot of conscious stuff and a lot of stuff I listened to growing up too. I didn't give any of those albums out for my what inspired me, but like a lot of Atmosphere stuff, a lot of Grieve stuff. It's definitely like real deep, real personal music. But I would say probably sign somewhere like that, you know, making bigger moves than I am now. Hopefully not having to have a 9 to 5 anymore. Living off of music, trying to tour like as much as possible. Hopefully I have like 19 times more fans than I do now. Followers never mattered, but just more people engaging and just more people
messing
like
doing shit.
Yeah, just tapping in and just like becoming fans.
That's fire, bro. What was the label called?
Rhyme Sayers Entertainment.
Rhyme Sayers?
Yeah.
That's nice. You be fucking with them heavy then, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, trying to like...
If I saw myself at any label, like it'd be like that at Rhyme Sayers for sure.
Would you rather want to get signed or would you rather do it
I'd rather probably do it independently. Like I'm starting to learn that more as I like watch people like get signed and like shit's not going right and this, that, and the third. Like it seems kind of like a nightmare horror situation. Like I'd rather be like 100%, you know, own all of my music and all of my merch and stuff like that. And that way, like I'm not like expecting like chunks of money to be in my hands when they're in somebody else's, and it's like was never my money to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So. Independent is, I'll always preach that independent would be like the best route, but you know, if like Rhyme Sayers or like J. Cole hit me tomorrow and was like, yo, you trying to be on Dreamville? I'd be like, yeah,
you know,
straight up and down, we'll do that.
That's fire, bro.
That's bad.
That's good, because that's a good little ending spot. 5 years, huh? Because independent, you do a lot of shit, you make a lot more money in it. Well, it just depends, you know what I'm saying? Because
sure.
like the labels, they can put you mainstream, they can put you in a lot of front of people.
Yeah.
But then independent, you get everything yourself. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You got your tickets going.
Independent is more. You feel. I would say like independently would feel more like prideful about where you are. You know, like some of the biggest independent artists in the world, and Tech Nine, Joyner Lucas. Those are just like the two that pop into my head when I think about independent.
I know. I was trying to think of like
Doobie,
independent and late.
C-Mob, they're all independent. They all like and keep all their money and shit like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like built from the ground up.
AWAX, he got his own. Does he have his own label or just his own brand?
I would say that Pyrex is his own label, maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
because
not-
Tago's on Pyrex, ain't he?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. AWAX, I fuck with AWAX heavy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
the fucking dude.
There's
bro.
some AWAX verses that I almost have memorized front to back. Shit's super dope.
Dude, he goes crazy, bro. Cause his like, some people don't. I've said this before, but some people don't like his like that flow that he has. But it's like, bro,
Just
you
like
can't.
the chill kind of just like not giving a fuck flow.
But then it's like, yo, every word is hitting so hard.
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
you're not even listening to the flow. You're just like, fuck,
You're just
bro.
hating.
Yeah, dude. But that shit's crazy, bro. Shout out to fucking Jay Influential, bro. Real
Shout
ass
out to the
dude, bro.
team.
I'm glad we got you on a podcast.
Absolutely.
You know what
Thank
I'm
you for
saying?
having me.
Of course, bro. What was? We can cut it here, or we can see what's up with them ghost shits you guys are talking about. Cause you were saying something about your people have like equipment.
So my dad and my sister invested in like a bunch of like thermal cameras, like night vision cameras, and like little like recorders, so you can like
shit.
yeah, for sure. We've caught some cool stuff. We're at this place called Betty Mansions in St. Joseph, Missouri, and I could tell like the whole story, but like it was like we had rented this place out overnight, so it was just us and like nobody else. Is me, my dad, and my sister, and we had one room where like all the lights are turned on. I don't know if you've ever watched Ghost Adventures or anything.
Yes,
like that.
I see.
But when they have like their nerve center, where like it's one room where like all the equipment is and shit like that, and somebody's hanging out in there. So it's me, my dad, and my sister. We're coming out of that room, and I'm behind my dad and my sister with this camera, and we didn't have any more cameras other than this one yet. So we're walking down this hallway. It was pitch black, and there's like an intersection. It goes like that way, that way, that way. And my dad and my sister walk around this corner, and I'm following them with the camera, looking at them, but my eyeballs just like look up like down the hallway, and somebody walks past me, probably like brushes my shoulder just like that, like kind of just like lightly brushes past me. The dude was like 7 foot, like, but like all I could see is a black silhouette, and I cried like I was tripping mushrooms, like cried hard, like I was scared. Like I have not gone back there since. They've gone back after that, but I could not go back. But I'll remember that till the day that I died. Dude walked right past me and went straight, and we went right. I ran back to the room and just like sat there and like broke out and just freaked out.
Dude,
we had to
shit
leave.
is. Well, you said where were you at?
Betty Mansion in St. Joseph, Missouri.
Is that like a known haunted spot?
Yeah, it's one of the most haunted mansions in the world.
How did you get there? It's like abandoned or something, or
no? So they run like tours and stuff out of there, but you can pay like
stay?
a large amount of money to like stay overnight until the morning.
No shit.
So yeah, it was like $400 to rent it overnight.
Could you imagine if we vlogged that, bro?
You should do it, and they totally let you go in there and do that kind of shit. There's a bunch of places around here too. There's a place called Malvern Manor in Malvern, Iowa. It's probably like 45 minutes from here.
No shit.
It's out kind of by Underwood or whatever the fuck that is out there.
Man,
Would you go out with us?
I would totally go if you guys
we
went.
went on a ghost
without
hunting
without
trip,
a
bro?
doubt, I'd bring some of my equipment and come out.
Oh man,
That's the next.
But
movie.
it'd have to be legit. Like you find somewhere that like is like legit haunted, and I'll
Legit
go.
haunted, huh? Dang, bro, that would be crazy. Cause I was watching like, it's probably fake, you know what I'm saying? But it was like a FaZe Rug video, you know, and it was like a ghost hunting type shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, dude, this shit is crazy, dude.
Bro, this is
That shit's fake until it's not.
Yeah,
Until it's not.
right.
Like,
'Cause they're just-
the story I told you, I will literally remember until like I'm being buried. Like I swear to God, I'll forever remember that.
Bro, this is one I seen on YouTube.
Oh shit! I can. Oh, go ahead.
I listen to a lot of
one more.
I listen to a lot of YouTube. You know, I watch a lot on YouTube, and this is one like I watch some because I want to see some that are not fake and real, genuinely real. And this is one I come across, and they were at this haunted house, and it was just like it was a big group of them. You know, what I mean, it was more than 7 people. It was 8 people because you know they were like it was like a family and friends type thing. They rented out, they gone, and they're like they take turns in the rooms. You know, what I mean, these group of people go in there, and then this girl. There was this girl that said it was like she was sitting on the bed and like no one noticed her in the corner and all you can see is her whole head get yanked down and like it just like and everybody and then
That's just no joke, man.
yeah, and it's crazy because I see fake ones where everybody's like, oh, let's go check, like, oh, they're standing there and like, but like she knocked over 2 people, jumped right out the room. To me, that was genuinely real because she was like she didn't terrified. She ran and like then they did it again and the dude just get pushed back into the door and he hit the dude in the face, ran just like Kevin, like he was just ran like to me that was just like genuinely like
people get like touched, people get like possessed. That shit's no joke. I'll show you this video after we're done with this podcast. But what that reminded me of is, you ever seen Paranormal Activity 3?
Yes.
When at the end of the movie, when they're running up the stairs to go into her room, and she like runs into the bathroom, and the second girl like hits a fucking brick wall that's invisible and gets picked up by her ponytail. That shit's no joke. That's inspired by real life events like that.
Dude, that
people don't believe in that shit until
we shouldn't do a vlog.
No, I'm definitely intrigued to do something like that.
I'm really game to see what
that would be crazy, bro.
Because like that's like low key on my bucket list. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm that stuff always intrigues me. I'm always watching. I always see like the ones from Japan. There's some like in like Portuguese there's
some legit ones.
There's the ones in Portuguese are so real, and like Japan, because spiritual like the level there is so strong.
Because of like just historical events, you know.
And
I guarantee you, if you try to go do like a ghost experiment in like Hiroshima or some shit like that, you know, like that shit would like you would not ever want to go back.
Yeah. And I think there's
it's scary.
Bro, it's
you
crazy.
were gonna say another story, huh? I seen you get all like excited.
Yeah, but like it has audio to it. You probably couldn't hear it on the.
Oh, camera. That's the video you're talking about. Okay, yeah, we'll check out the video. But I think that's a good place to close it out, bro. Next time you see us together is either going to be a song or a fucking Bigfoot or ghost hunting video. You know what I'm saying, bro? But shout out Jay Influential, bro. You want to plug anything before we head out?
Jay Influential on everything. What's left out now on all music platforms. New EP on the way. Shout out to the team, Bobo. David, sorry.
But no, all his links will be in the description. Make sure to show him some love, bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we out of here, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
And then we'll just do a little picture. We'll just pose, and then I'll take a screen grab for the thumbnail.
Excuse me.
Wait, let me do it with the glasses.
He said, let me do it with the glasses. He said okay.
All right, man.
Nice, bro. That was a good podcast.
We always do that.